This week on Not Your Average Fangirls.
A Jennie comeback featuring G-Dragon.
Featuring G-Dragon. It's called Entitled, We're Not Dating.
Or mind your own business.
Sunmi channels her inner Catwoman with her latest release, Tail. On and Off shows us that the future can be beautiful, and our friend Ashley, better known as multifacetedacg, joins us in celebrating the return of the kings of K-pop, SHINee. Check it out.
Hey guys, it's Pendejas. No. It's Not Your Average Fangirls. Back with another week of K-popness. It's your girl Kat, and I've been in my Daniel feels, which has led me to be in my 101 feels.
Oh God.
Yikes.
Which has led me to be in my produce feels. So it's been a long week.
Yikes.
Hey guys, it's Cynthia, and I have to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning because Wonho is doing a fan meet. Yep.
Oh, wait, it's tomorrow? Like, it's in the... ooh.
I stay being whipped, Erica. It's not fun out here in these streets.
Yikes.
But you get to see your man.
Yeah.
You're right.
Hello, everyone. It's Terica. Yeah. I don't know. This week has been really weird. I've just been listening to a lot of SHINee. So
I feel that.
That's what I have to
SHINee's
offer.
back.
And hello everybody, this is Carolina. Terica said nothing, but last night she did a funny AF IG live with K-Pop Critical, and it was so freaking funny. Literally, we were like 2 minutes in and I was already like, ha! So shout out to K-Pop Critical. Like, I freaking love them. They're so hilarious. And it's on Instagram if you guys want to go check it out and watch all the madness that happened. They were talking for like 2 hours. It was amazing. Like, it was really, really good. But this week is our last week. Well, actually, the coalition ended now. And if you guys didn't know about it, go check out all the content that is on Twitter. And we were just hamming it up this whole month with the rest of the podcasts that were participating. And it was super, super cool. So we also want to thank Fighting Words Deb, because she's the one that kind of like came up with everything and invited us to be on it. So thank you, Deb, for doing that. We're hoping to have her on the podcast soon. But yeah, we just wanted to give a shout out to anybody that has found us because of this whole Madness Month that we've been doing. Hello and welcome, and thank you for sticking with us. And for anybody that has been there for a hot minute, thank you.
Yeah.
We do this because you guys love it and because we love it too, but you guys enjoy it and that makes us happy. So, just a little gratitude.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. I love that all of our brains went to the same place.
But let's jump in for this week. We have a lot to cover, everybody.
Jesus Christ, it's going to be a long week. Buckle in, everybody. Put on your seatbelts.
It's going to be like that one night when Niall was just like, today's been a long week.
Long day.
Yeah, that's going to be the podcast.
Today's been a long week.
But we will be having a guest later in the podcast. You guys can figure that out, who it will be. For SHINee. Yay.
He's back.
But let's get this started then with the news that G-Dragon and Jennie are apparently dating. And
Yet to be confirmed, though, right? It's not been confirmed, has it?
No, it hasn't been confirmed. YG literally put a statement out and said, you know what?
We don't know.
That's their personal business. We don't know.
It's whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. They were just like, we don't know, so yeah.
They said, we don't know what they're doing. They said the only thing we know they're not doing is making music. That's what
exactly.
we know they're not doing.
That's the only thing, I'm telling you. But we'll know if it's true or not if we get a Blackpink album. Because then if we get a Blackpink album soon, we'll be like, oh yeah, okay, that was to gear up everything. This is a publicity stunt. I'm just kidding. I hope they're happy.
I don't know what the heck is going on. The first thing I thought about was just like, wait, how old is G-Dragon? And wasn't Jennie like in one of his videos when she was little?
She's 25 years old. She's a 25-year-old woman.
Yeah, she's,
and GD is 31. It's not that big of an age gap, everybody.
I just think that like what had happened was like they met because obviously she's in the company. She was in the music video, but he wasn't checking for her like that. They just met and he's probably like, oh, who's this kid in my video? Okay, cool. Okay, bye. And then they probably just became friends later on. Like, I don't think that he was like, ooh, look at this 13-year-old mama. Like,
yeah.
I just don't think that was the deal. Sometimes
so
you just meet people later in life and you realize how fine they are and you You know, it just be like that.
It'd be like that. No, you're right.
Like
but you know what? We don't know if they're dating or not. I think it's whatever. I just think it's funny because for me, I was like, wait, G-Dragon? Like the G-Dragon?
I mean, okay. I'm gonna ask a question. It's just a question. Do you think that she upgraded or like she stayed neutral or like what do you think?
I think Kai and GD are like their own type of sexy. I can see both sides. Like I would date Kai and I would date GD for different reasons. Now for Jennie, I think GD is more her like vibe and her style and fits with her better.
I think
than
so
Kai
too.
does.
Yeah.
Because like Kai and Crystal, that was like a couple.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, okay, I see this.
Yeah.
With him and Jennie, I was kind of like, okay, like they're cute, like I fuck with it, but I never anticipated that they would be a couple. But Jennie and GD just makes sense.
I feel the same. When it came out, her, Jennie, and Kai, I was just like, I'm not about this. And not because I was salty, because I'm never salty in relationships. I'd be happy. I'd be asking for couple Instagrams all the time. I was not about it. Like, I feel like if they started a couple Instagram, I would not subscribe. I would not follow. I'd just be like, I was just not about that pairing. But this, I definitely would. I'd subscribe.
Yeah,
I'm about
they're
it.
like them and Hyuna and J.DON would be like a great double date. Like,
ooh.
Oh, that'd be precious.
That would be so cool. Imagine you're dating the G-Dragon though.
bitch, I've imagined it plenty of
like,
times.
She said, I have.
It's like when I found out, even though like Taeyang and his wife, I forgot his name, they're freaking great together. Like I love them together. But I remember when they finally were just like, no, like, yeah, like, we are dating, like, this is it, blah, blah, blah. Like, I was just like, damn, imagine dating the Taeyang. Like, I just can't even picture, like.
And it's
wow.
funny, because she's probably sitting here like, it's not that great. I mean,
okay.
if anything, I'm the catch. Like, he needs to be like, imagine dating me.
Honestly, though, imagine dating Jennie, though.
Bitch, I would never shut up about it. I'd be like, this is my girlfriend Jennie. Hey guys, have you seen my girlfriend? This is Jennie. That's my girlfriend Jennie. Hey guys, that girl right there, Jennie, that's my girlfriend. Like, I would just, sir, I don't know you, but this right here, this is my girlfriend. Her name is Jennie. Just so you know.
You know who I also want to see? Chen, I want to see your wife.
I want to see his baby. I bet it has,
I want to see your baby.
His little cheeks. I bet she's so cute.
That's the thing. Like, I want
to
see like the women that they end up with. Like, that's all I need in my life. I just want to see like who. You know what I mean? Like who was the woman?
Yeah.
Who was the woman that bagged a member of EXO? Like
the basic woman, because you know, like in all the articles, it's just like a non-famous peasant girl that worked at this office. That's who he married. Like, oh, okay, cool. And be like, hi, I'm non-famous peasant woman. That's me.
or Changmin from TVXQ, his future wife. I want to see her because that man.
That's true.
I want her to be as down to earth, plain as possible. Like, I just want her to be like regular human beauty, not like superstar beautiful. I just want her to be like, right. I want to like be like, oh yeah, I could like go into a store, like a grocery store, and see her. Like, and like that's what I want for him. Like, I want her to be just regular schmegular like person,
run of the mill,
yeah,
buying
just
milk,
average, everyday, cool, basic ass Korean woman. That's what I want.
Well, we talked about EXO for a little bit, so let's talk about Chanyeol because he popped out of nowhere. After months,
surprise.
Yep, after months of being gone into hiding, he said, "Hi, here's my apology. I just didn't know how to talk. I didn't know how to write down what I was feeling or put together, like, blah, blah, blah." And in my head, I was reading that, and I'm just like, boy, you did what you did.
He's like, hey, I'm writing this because my company told me to. I wrote this actually 2 months ago, but I'm just not releasing it because they thought it'd be good publicity for when I go enlist. Okay, bye.
Yep. Literally, he dropped that, and then the next day was just like, all right, also, by the way, I'm enlisting. And I was like, what the fuck? What? You can just dip out, like, when we've been waiting for, like, 4 months?
We literally predicted it. Ghost in Chanyeol.
God.
He went ghost.
He really did. I don't know, like it sucks. Like, I don't condone anybody cheating, but when this whole thing just dropped, I was just laughing because I'm just like, Chanyeol, like.
It was, yeah. Like, sorry, I'm sorry the girl felt pain. We don't condone cheating. That was That was so messed up. The whole situation was hilarious. And I think it was hilarious because the way that the girlfriend went about it. Like, I feel like she really had a chance to just be like, nail it to him, get everybody on her side. But the way that she, like, dropped the info, like, I was like, girl, you had all the power and you just handed it over. But it's okay.
She did. I hope she's doing good, though.
Yeah.
I hope she's doing good.
She was probably, like, super loyal to him. And I'm just like, for what?
For what, girl?
For what? Y'all should have sat down and wrote out some stipulations of your relationships. Like, hey, for the first year that we date, I'm allowed to sleep with at least 6 of your members. Or friends. or friends. Thanks.
And when he says no, you'll just be like, well, I saw you yesterday with Miss Becky, so what you gonna do about it?
He's like, right, exactly.
And then he'll be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, thank you.
yeah, you're right. Okay, well, damn, while we're at it, I got another date this week, so you might as well sleep with someone else. Like, okay, thanks. See you later, babe. Kiss, kiss.
It's so horrible. But yeah, no, but Chanyeol's about to shave his head, and somebody made a joke as to how all of the exos are gonna touch his head when he's about to enlist, like in those pictures, because he's so tall.
He gonna have to elementary school class picture squat. That's what he's gonna have to do. Sorority squat.
It's so funny.
Aww,
moving on, we got Big Hit doing things. Woo!
As always.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. They invested in an AI audio company called Supertone, and the jokes that came out of this was the best thing. Like,
first of all, what the fuck is an AI audio? Is it like visually?
ESPA.
Yeah, but that's visual. How am I gonna see an AI audio wise? You can't see an AI if it's an audio.
I don't know if they're gonna do like fake like recording of like to copy BTS's voice, but I think they're also gonna do like actual visual thing. So the funniest joke I saw was that there when this whole thing with SM doing like the AI and then like ESPA and blah blah blah.
Lord Jesus.
There was this army that was just like basically saying how this is the dumbest thing ever. Her company would never do that. Blah blah blah.
Damn.
And then somebody took the time to go find that tweet and retweet it and copy the other pettiness. I was dying. They copied the thing and said, "Tell me how your company was never gonna do this. What happened?" Like, and then she went private. I was like, I can't stand Twitter at times. Like, y'all are so petty.
I mean, technically, depending on what they do with it, she could also find that tweet. Like, if they do something completely different, like if they just do like hologram things, like whenever members, you know what I mean? Then that is kind of different than the creepy ass ESPA drawings. So, like, we shall see what they do.
Put this hologram in my living room. Maybe that's what they're going to do. They're going to sell holograms so you can put, like, the concert in your living room.
Yeah, for online concerts? Bro, that'd be dope. The future.
AI audio company, Supertone. I didn't mean to, harsh your mellow by telling you that, marketing yourself as an AI audio company is stupid, but you can hire me if you want to, we can do some changes.
Yeah, exactly.
We can do some things.
I'm curious to see how this is all gonna go, because, like, for me, that thing is still weird. Like, even when they had the Yoongi hologram, I was just like, what the, what?
Oh, no, that was dope. I thought it was cool.
I guess, oh my god, it's like the future happening right in front of me, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, what's going on?
This is like the Jetsons. I've been waiting for this moment forever.
Like
for my life to be like the Jetsons.
We still don't have flying cars, though, and I'm real disappointed with that. But it's okay. Maybe they're coming.
I want my husband to drop me off in a bubble at the shopping mall, like Mrs. Jetson. He just bloop right out the ship, right into the shopping mall.
Right into the shopping mall. She just took his whole wallet. She said, thank you.
But I'm just hyped to see what's gonna happen.
Bruh, Big Hit is wild, and I don't know what's in this little man's head, but whatever it is, he knows what he's doing. So he's the multimillionaire and not me. So
right, he's like a mad scientist, like in the basement, like wiggling his fingers, like, what am I gonna do next?
I mean,
like, if this brings me a hologram of Jimin in my living room, I'm here for it.
Oh my god.
Speaking of Jimin, BTS did their MTV Unplugged performance, which was beautiful, wonderful, everything.
I miss them so much. Like, it was more painful than anything. Like, it was great to see them all performing again together, but like, that's what hurt the most.
They were so good. That cover of Fix You is magical, bro.
It was so
Like,
pretty.
they just out here. BTS just out here all the time. But also, I want to point out that whoever is in Germany talking shit, what the fuck?
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Bringing a bad name to my people.
Yeah, that radio host, like, screw you. If it goes like how it did over here, honey, your ratings are about to go down and you might get fired anyway.
He should get fired.
He should definitely get fired for that racist shit.
Yep.
But yeah, no, they did really good. I never thought I was gonna see BTS on like an unplugged thing. Like, I love that they're doing things like this.
This made me miss BTS. That's it.
Yeah, it was super, like, it was just really, it was nice to see them all together again, but it was just very painful. Like, I was texting Cynthia, and I was like, oh my god.
and Magic Shop came on my shuffle. I'm like, wow, that day, really?
Yep.
Dang.
Cursed.
They were just
Wow.
like, here you go, more pain.
Salt in the wound.
They're like, so show me. I'm like, but I want to show you, but I'm in COVID zone. And yeah, so I was just crying on my way to work, saying, I'll show you.
I can't even imagine. Something we do not love though. BAP Himchan finally got a prison sentence for sexually attacking. Well, I said that we don't love this, but we do love this in the sense that
We love that justice is being served.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But we don't love the fact that it took 3 years for him to get 10 months.
Yep.
Thank you.
Literally.
I was like, excuse me, what?
Pretty much. Like, now this brought up a good point in the sense of like, it takes so long for them to get a small sentence, but also like, it's very rare when an idol actually gets a dang sentence.
Yeah.
So what he did was probably really, really, really horrible, or he just doesn't have money to pay off to not get like thrown in jail, basically. Because that's what it was brought out, because they were just like, idols rarely, they get like a slap in the wrist and then they disappear for like 2 years and then they just come back like normal. Because there's that one other guy that was involved in this whole thing with Seunghyub that just got casted for like a drama or a show. Like nothing happened.
I wouldn't even, as a fellow actor or actress or singer, I wouldn't even want to be like in the same realm as them.
I'd be
same.
What? And like, who decided to cast him thinking like, oh, this is gonna be great for our ratings? Like, hopefully that this is like a step forward though, and that it was, I don't know, now we're starting to see that like, doesn't matter if you're an idol or whoever you are, like they're taking these things seriously and they're like bringing justice and punishing these horrible, horrible people.
Yeah, I agree. But it just sucks that it was like, it took so damn long. Like, it took like, what, like 2 to 3 years for them to just be like, okay, you'll be in prison for 10 months. I'm like, are you serious? Like, not even a full year?
Nope.
Like, even in the description, they were saying that they were holding off to see if the victim will apologize, like, will accept the apology. And I'm just like,
and she didn't, so good for her.
Yeah. I wouldn't either. The fuck?
Yep, he has like 10 months of like a prison sentence and then like 50 hours of like a sexual treatment class or something he has to go to. And I'm like,
oh my God.
Korea's just wild, and especially right now, everybody. So we're going to talk about a little bit of stuff. So Dear M, the drama that Jaehyun is a part of, has been delayed due to some violence allegations against Park Hae-soo, right? That's her name? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so there, you know what? Let's just dive into it with fuckery. We're going to talk about the whole shebing bang boggle of what's been happening this week.
God.
Oh yes.
Lord. Trigger warning, there is some bullying involved, school violence involved, so we'll put timestamps if it is triggering for you. Just skip the whole thing because it's a mess. There's just a lot going on.
Right.
So with this one in particular, I know there was someone that spoke out about her and was like, oh yeah, she bullied me in school, she did this to me in school, like shoved her in a locker, like beat
Pulled
her
her
up,
hair or something. Yeah.
pulled her hair, like did all this stuff to her. And then it was like, oh, but it's not, oh, I got the wrong person, this is not her, it's someone else.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then she was like, oh no, wait, this is her. And everyone's like, okay, so is it not her? Is it her? Like, what's happening? Like, who are you talking about? And she was like, no, not the actress. And then they were like, okay, so not her. And they were like, no, but her. Yeah, it's her. And everyone's like, well, who is it?
What?
Literally, it's a whole thing. She was like, oh, but not the actress, Park Hae-soo. And then they were like, okay, then who? And they were like, this girl. And she was like, okay, this is the actress. And then she was like, oh yeah, her then. And I'm like, girl, what?
I know her company has like denied the claims, and like they're doing their investigation. They've denied it like 2 or 3 times, but they're still postponing everything. But I didn't know it was like that bad, like where the girl was just like, oh, just kidding, no wait, yeah, oh wow.
The thing with all these bullying rumors and incidents that have been happening, it's just all coming in all at one time, and everybody's like, this one, this person, this person, this person, this person. And then some of it is like, that I've read, is just like normal high school shit. It's just normal shit that happens in high school. And then some of it I'm like, well, damn, that's kind of fucked up, but who's to say what is and isn't real right now?
That's the hard part, because everything came in waves. Once it came out about those twin volleyball players, then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now all the actors. And then after that, it was like, oh, now idols. And after that, it was like other people. And I was just like, what? And then like something about them taking away searches, so you can't like do live searches or something. And now it's just like some people are just diving in, just saying shit just because they can. So it really sucks, because I feel like the real stories, if there are real stories, are going to get buried behind the ones that are just lies.
Yep.
People are just saying whatever, and you can't really prove that it's true or not true.
Yeah, but now there's a conspiracy because apparently either Koreaboo or something like became like a partner with Dispatch, and if you look at the people that were accused of bullying, they're all the quote unquote, like they put polls like, who's your favorite idol of, you know, the boys, and like Sunwoo was the number one. And if you look at all of those polls and the results, all of the people that were number one are the ones being accused of bullying.
Oh, shit.
Right now. Yep. So now everybody's just like, you know, that this is probably just all people making it up just because these are the most popular member like of a group or something like that. So, and I mean, again, going back to, like what Terika said with now the real stories are gonna be buried, because if it did happen, everybody's just gonna like brush it off because A, they're either desensitized because this is just too many, or B, you know, well, the other 500 were fake, so why is this true? Why is this one gonna be real? And prime example of like how I'm just looking at this like, y'all making this shit up. Like, they accused one of the girls that was fucking homeschooled, dude. Like, what's a G Idol member? Like, she's homeschooled. Yeah. How is she gonna bully you? She's at home. She probably she doesn't go to school with like other people. So at that point, I'm just like, y'all didn't even do research.
And I think that also for some stories, and I'm not saying all these stories, like I said, there might be some truth in some of them, which sucks because you can tell that some of them are blatant lies. But like, I feel like some of them are like, that's their way of like airing out their grievances, as far as like, oh, when we were in school, like she didn't talk to me, and like now she's an idol, like I'm pissed about that. So like, you know what she did? Like, she smoked cigarettes and she hung out with older boys. It's like they're trying to like throw out their like make them seem like bad people, like their reputations. They're just trying to like air out the things they did in high school, like, oh, well, she like slept around. And I'm like, okay, so is this a bullying thing, or this is just you just being,
you're jealous?
Or like the thing with Hyunjin, how he had to literally apologize because he got into an argument with a kid that they didn't like each other. I was like, what?
That's high school, people.
I was like, you're not gonna, that's like life. You're not gonna like everyone you meet. That's just life. Or maybe you're gonna have disagreements with people. Like, that's not bullying because you and I got into an argument and you said some like shit to me and I said some shit to you, and like it didn't even get physical. They just argued and cussed each other out and then walked away. I'm just like, I don't get it. Like Kat was saying, some of it seems like there are some real accusations of things that are just not cool, and then there's some things that like, well, you know what, I went up to talk to her, and she didn't want to be my friend.
So you're just gonna like make up lies about them.
Yeah.
Like what? Like it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Or the whole like, oh, well, she was around when it happened. I think she was standing there, and like she laughed at a joke someone made about me. And I'm like, well, then that's the case. You have to call out the whole class, because if someone like, and it sucks, but like middle school sucks. And like, you know, sometimes you have those people who are assholes and they make a joke at someone's expense, and like everyone in the class kind of chuckles like, damn. So if that's the case, then like you have to call out the entire class, because I'm sure it wasn't just that one person that laughed, you know what I mean? And you can't really say that that person bullied you because they chuckled, you know? Like maybe how do you know that they weren't also getting bullied by the bully person, and they felt that they had to laugh at everything the bully said, or they were going to get beat up too, you know what I mean? So I was just like, it just sucks, because once again, the real issue is that there are actual people who are going through this and actual victims, and like they're going to get covered up or buried or not believed because you have people out here lying for shits and giggles. And like that's what makes me the most mad, you know what I mean?
Same.
Well, the thing that bothers me most, especially with like the Hyunjin and like Kihyun thing and like the Soojin from G-Idol, is all the like quote unquote testimonies from these people were like, well, I never expected them to become famous, so it wasn't an issue until then.
Yeah.
But what?
Now,
What are you talking about? Hyunjin, the person that wrote about Hyunjin was like, I never expected Hyunjin to become an idol and be loved by so many people, so I never collected evidence on what he did to me. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
Also, I think it's like in the case of just like I don't want to say regular bullying, because that makes it seem like it's lighthearted, but in the case of just your standard like bullying, Cynthia sent us this really informative video by this girl that talked about the differences of school bullying in the States and in Korea, and she was saying how like in Korea you could like prosecute people for bullying you. So if someone's like physically bullying you or stealing your things or damaging your property at school, you could take them to court and prosecute them. So my thing is, if that's such a known culture and such a big thing that they know that like they take school bullying very seriously and that you can actually get fined and do jail time, why at the time, if this girl was pulling your hair or taking your lunch money, did you not go to court? Like for bigger things, like I know there's a claim of sexual harassment and stuff. I understand that because there are so many like people who are so afraid to come out about that. Like that's totally different. But for regular schmegular like bullying that you know, like, hey, this isn't cool, and we learn that like if this girl takes my lunch money, I can prosecute them. Like why didn't you utilize that, you know? Like, I understand being scared, but if that's such a norm in your school culture to be like, bullying's not okay, if you're feeling bullied, take it to the school, take it to the court, why did you not do that? And then, like Kat was saying, then be like, oh, but then they got famous, so then I had a problem with it. So now, like, that would be my argument.
Yeah,
like,
and then in Kihyun and Hyunjin's case, they literally went to everyone who felt like they had been bullied by them and apologized to them. And I'm like, that's dope of them to do. But I feel like at what point, like how smug those people must have been.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, look at you, like apologizing to me now because you're an idol. Like, haha.
Yeah.
Like that's how I see it. And that's what makes me upset. Like Hyunjin wrote a whole letter, and fuck JYP. JYP didn't do shit about this to these motherfuckers. But anyway.
Yep.
Hyunjin wrote like a whole letter. He was like, I'm so sorry for the words that I used that may have offended or hurt anybody's feelings, like da-da-da-da-da. Same with Kihyun. And I'm just like, y'all, this, like, if I didn't get cussed out in high school wasn't the same for me. And maybe it's culturally different, like, I get it. But I'm just like, dude, like, same with Soojin. So what? She was hanging out with older guys.
yeah,
So what?
good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hot. Good for her.
Like, I don't understand. Some of the accusations, I'm just like, what? This is high school stuff. Or with Chu, when she was like, we were friends, and then we stopped being friends, and she cussed at me. Girl,
yeah, she stopped being my friend, and it wasn't nice. Like,
Girl,
what?
when I saw that thing with Chu, I was like, you must be you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up, Chu. Really?
I don't know. Like, people are expecting these idols to not have humanity and had lives before they became idols. That they think that these kids were like bred in a fish tank and then like put as an idol trainee. Like that they don't have past where they got into arguments with friends and fought at school. Like,
no, they're all robots and they're programmed not to argue with people. Duh. They just have to sing and dance. That's it.
And that's it. That's all they do. They're AI.
It's insane.
AIs.
But then there is some serious ones. ones where, you know, there's proof of things that have happened and you're like, well, you know, what the fuck is going on? And then there's some that are like, oh, well, these are fake and these are real, but these are fake and this is real and this is fake. And you're just like, what the fuck is going on? And because so much happened at once, you can't even differentiate what's legitimate and what's not. And that's so shitty. Like, no one knows what to do, how to feel. Like, everything, you know, there's been some misogyny thrown into the mix this week. And, like, it's just like, who knows what the fuck is going on in K-pop right now? I'm just like, I'm trying to live my life.
It's exhausting. I saw a lot of people talking about, too, because they're like, well, the whole, like, aura, like, I know I was telling the girls about this in the group chat, the whole, like, aesthetic of being a K-net is literally getting online and bullying idols, right? Like, that's their whole thing. Like, they'd be like, oh, did you see her eye when she's an ending fairy? Like, she's a lazy eye. She looks gross, right? Like, bullying them. And then now it's just, like, all the K-nets are accusing idols of being bullies. And it's, like, all of a sudden, because these people are famous, that, like, it's a huge deal. But last week, when you got online and cursed out someone and told them that they needed to lose weight and that they're not talented, it was just, it's okay because they have to live, they, you know, they chose to be famous, they have to be like okay with that kind of scrutiny. But for you, if someone says I don't want to be your friend, now it's like, oh no, that's not okay, that's very mean.
We don't condone bullying, you know.
There's
don't people on this podcast who have suffered from it, you know. It's not a fun thing to go through. But there's a difference between being severely bullied and just drama in high school that happens.
Yeah.
Like Kat just said, we don't condone bullying, but all of these accusations are just sounding all the same, A. And then B, I think all of them got cleared up pretty much, right?
Some of them aren't the same. Like the Mingyu stuff is pretty intense.
I think Pledis did an announcement and said that was not, I think so. And they said that was not true. Like they investigated and that is not true.
I'm kind of in limbo. I haven't been keeping up with it because, like, that's my bias, y'all. And I don't know. I just hope it gets resolved, whatever.
Well, I didn't look heavily into this like I normally do because this past week, as you guys know, was very emotionally draining for me. And I was all over the place, so I wasn't able to do my usual investigating work. But I did just find the statement. Plus did announce it. They said that they're referring to the person that accused Mingyu as A.
Mm-hmm.
We have confirmed with Mingyu that the claims are groundless and completely false. We do not understand who is making these claims and with what intention. In a call with the news outlet, the agency source elaborated. A, who is making the school violence claims, revealed their middle school graduation album to verify their identity. But the album is from a different year from Mingyu's graduation year.
Oh, dang.
They
so it's not
added.
even the same.
Yeah. They added, not only that, but A wrote that Mingyu was cast in his third year of middle school, but he has been a Plus Entertainment trainee since his second year of middle school.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. The claims made up by A are not lining up.
Yeah, that shit makes no sense.
I don't want to be that person, but it all seemed real sketchy because they're like, oh, how did you know that she went to school? And they're like, oh, well, she went to school with him because, like, she has a picture with him in his yearbook. And I'm like, yeah, but you can find that on the internet, like every fan site ever. And then they're like, oh, she drew a diagram of the layout of this school. I was like,
what does that have to do with
You can find the blueprint of the school anywhere.
But that's the thing. When she read it, she's like, I can't find the pictures of the blueprints anymore, so, like, I'm drawing it from memory.
Like, come on. Please,
okay.
That makes no sense.
But when this first came out, when I read it and I saw it, I was like, oh no, this is just, I gotta, like, you know, like, Mingyu gotta pack it up because those are some serious allegations, but you know, it's not true. So
I had no clue, y'all. I was like,
oh my god, Terika, you didn't know?
No, I didn't know. I was like devastated. I'm like sitting here just like, please, because like 17 is not like my ult of ults, but I love 17 and Mingyu's my bias. And I'm like, why does this keep, okay, not to make it about me, but like, why does this keep happening to me? What did I do?
Oh my god, this is just all so wild. And then like, you know, we have the stuff with Hyunjin, and then we just found out that now Hyunjin is like stopping his,
I don't want to talk about it. I'm upset.
Like taking a break. He's like taking a break from promotion.
Taking a hiatus.
Like forcefully, or because like he's just over the shit and he's just I gotta.
It sounds like forcefully from JYP.
Like JYP made him do it.
No, might be.
Because they also made him go and apologize for no reason. And also in their statement, they were just like, we'll look into what our trainees better. And I'm just like, how are you gonna get somebody shade. If you go and try to find a middle schooler that has never had an argument with somebody, then good luck. You are going out of business.
But the way they said that though just made it seem like he was just like, ugh, bottom of the barrel choice. Now we have to be careful about who we pick because people like him. Like he didn't do anything.
Exactly.
Like, get out of here.
Also, like they're treating this, they blew it out of proportion. First of all, and they're treating it like he killed somebody.
Yeah.
When, like, not to bring up old stuff, but Han, for example, like he didn't take a break or anything like that. I'm glad that he personally apologized and he took the time to like, do that out of his own accord. But JYP didn't do anything about that, and I think that was more serious than what happened with Hyunjin. And also, they were like around the same age when it happened, like like middle school, right?
But yeah, and especially because like with Hyunjin, nothing happened. Like he got into an argument with a kid that they didn't get along with, like that. So we proved like everybody, like these people were lying, but like this Han thing was not a lie. Like this was in his handwriting, and it was serious. And it was more. Oh wow, it pisses me off because like he didn't do anything, and they already had to take a break because of Han's actions. So they didn't make him take a break, but they postponed things as a whole for the group. Yeah. But now with Hyunjin, they're like, oh well, you have to take a break. Like this is so stupid. It's so pissed. So dumb. Justice for Hyunjin. He does not deserve.
It was a whole mess. Like I just did it. I was like this whole week, like every day. K-pop shows violence, like hella violence.
I'm just exhausted, y'all. Like K-pop is my happy place. It's my like where I go when like, life is shit, and like Stan Twitter is just draining me right now.
Yeah.
Other days like this week, all I've been doing is listening to BTS and SHINee and like just like hopped on Twitter here and there.
I support it.
Overall, this whole situation, whenever something like this happens, people will say it's a different culture, it's a different country, that we don't understand it, blah, blah, blah. And yes, to an extent, but at the end of the day, we're all humans and we all understand human decency.
Yep.
Facts.
Exactly.
All right, everybody, it's time for comebacks. Woo!
Yay!
The first one we're going to talk about is technically a debut by a new group called PIXY, and it's called Wings. Oh my god, I thought the devil was gonna come out and take my soul.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, that was definitely like an incantation, some type of spell at the beginning. I was just
they were coming for my heart. They said, we're gonna eat you alive, and I felt like they would.
I feel that.
Do it.
They didn't care about my soul, that they would just suck the life from it and leave my cold blackness in the abyss.
They're definitely dark fae. They're not cute pixie like Tinkerbell. No, they're definitely like the ones with the fangs that like eat people.
Which I'm living for.
Yeah, no, but I liked it. I was like, there was a scene on there when one of the girls like got the wings, like the black wings, and then she was flying, and I was just like, shit, are we flying together to death? Like what is happening?
I don't know. I like the choreo a lot with the fingers and the whole eating the wings thing, and then they're like, I don't know, the choreo was really cool.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Song wise, like I really like the horror concept. I feel like if they keep honing it down, like it would be really, really, really good. They're like the daughters of Dreamcatcher.
We love horror.
Yeah, but I feel like the song itself, like it's gonna take a minute to grow on me. But with the concept and the music video, that made it better for me.
Yeah, definitely. The visuals of this is what made the song like, okay. Because I feel like if I would have heard the song on its own, I'd probably be like, eh.
I'd have been like, oh, no.
Yeah. You can tell that they're a new group.
Yeah. But I do love that the concept is completely different. We had talked about it last week, how I wanted difference in girl groups, and finally somebody was like, okay, bitch, you want different? Here you go.
There was also a scene in the video where one of the girls like gives like this creepy stare to the camera and then like screams, and I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, I was taken aback. I was really just like, shit, we really about to join a cult. This is legit a cult.
But an awesome debut. Another debut, technically. Mr. Seunghyub from N.Flying has released his solo debut under J.DON. It's called Clicker. I love this song. I love it so much. It's so good. It's so good.
It was cute. The part that I found myself being most shook at is that he looked good in that nasty hippie wig.
I
was like,
he did.
You know,
I was like, how?
so bad. It's so bad. I was like, why did they do that to my man? But he still looks good.
He
still
looks so
would. Like, if
good.
I saw him on the street, I still would. I was like, oh my God, so good.
Yeah.
The power.
But I also love that they incorporated little N.Flying like things
Yeah,
in his whole
it's so
video. I thought it
cute.
was so cute.
The N flakes, bitch, got me
Yes.
dying.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
laughing so
cute.
hard.
I love when members love their groups, even when they do solo stuff.
Yeah. I liked it. I thought it was cute. Like the concept, it was fun. It was catchy. Little
Mhm.
click, clicker.
And it has this awesome like rock pop reggae vibe, and it's really dope. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I really like seeing this like side of him, like different than, you know, and flying. So, and I think they're all having a solo. So I really like that because you get to kind of see like their color just by themselves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also this whole album is really good. There's a song on it called Moon and Cheese that's so fucking good.
Moon
and I
and
was
Cheese.
like, why is there a song called Moon and Cheese? But it's because the moon looks like cheese.
Yeah,
But-
monkeys.
I was like, why is this song so good? Like, it's my favorite thing. It's one of my favorite, spoiler, song of the week. It's one of my favorite songs that I've been listening to, and it's actually so good. And I'm like, yes, sir. I love this. Love this little EP he put out.
I really like this side of him.
We love a rapper, visual, actor.
All round the baby.
Wow.
Anyway.
The next comeback we're going to talk about, We.I came back. Whoo, We.I came back with All or Nothing. This song, fun fact, the song was produced by member, leader, rapper, producer extraordinaire, Jung Dae-hun. Yes. Woo.
Woo! He did so good because this is a
He did that.
bop.
He did
This
that.
is a bop.
I like, my favorite part is the beginning of the song with like the whispers and like the little like whatever sound that is. Yeah, my favorite part of the whole song. It's so like, ooh, like I wasn't expecting this from them. Like, I don't know why.
right?
I thought this was gonna be a good little buffer song and good like little buffer music video because we were doing like a lot of music video reactions and I was just attacked left and right. And so I told Kat, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good like buffer for me to calm down because usually it's like, you know, not as hardcore. Like their past stuff isn't as hardcore. And so I was like, oh, good buffer video. I was wrong. I was very wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, the visuals on this were wild, dude. Like
No.
the choreography,
Oh, it was
like
sick.
took me
Yeah, so
out
good.
is so good. I
So
felt
good.
like I'm like going into battle or something listening to this. This was my hype song. Like you about to go fight and you listen to this. Like heck yeah, we winning today. It's all or nothing, bitch. Like we going in.
That's literally what the
So
song is about.
aggressive.
Yep. I just want to say before we move on to like Blonde Donhan, like dear
Wow.
freaking God. This man is so
Amazing.
fine. This man is so fine.
It's crazy how much he reminds me of you, Gim. I can't shake that. That would
He
be
does.
to my
He
dying
does.
day.
He
God.
does. It's so funny because remember like when JBJ was like in their prime, I remember Alexis sending me pictures of him and I was just like, oh my God, Donna, I love him. And she's like, yeah, you're biased. And I was like, no way. He's like my second in JBJ. And she was like, huh? He literally just copy paste of Yu-Gi-Oh. What you mean?
Yeah, and I always got confused because he was Cat's bias, and I always thought he was yours. And I was like, wait, no, Kenta.
No, just me screaming about Kenta.
Also, would just like to say, Youngha, this long hair is just doing things for him, and
Ugh, I hate
he
it.
looked.
They
looked
braided it.
incredible.
Ugh, why did they braid it? Like, why?
I know, but like his long hair without like the styling that they did in the music video is incredible. He looks wow.
Moving on then for our next comeback, we have Mr. Wonho, thirst trap is extraordinaire. He came back with Loose, and listen, y'all, there's water, there's leather, There's abs. Like,
There's
the
titties.
video started and 0.5 seconds in, I was already panicking. So
He's already naked.
yeah.
It was like
I
one
haven't.
big OnlyFans video. Like, that's what it is. His whole just posted. Like, if I saw this on OnlyFans, like, I just like, oh yeah, you know, you couldn't tell me it was a K-pop like music video. I'd
Rent
be
was
like, yeah,
due,
no, like,
Terica.
definitely.
Rent was due.
Rent was
Yeah.
definitely due.
Definitely, apparently.
I'm
Like,
here
past
for
due
it.
a couple months, apparently, because shit.
I haven't watched it because we were supposed to watch it and then we forgot. But then Kat got an amazing idea and I really want to do it. I want us to react to that with Henry because just in case you guys did not know, my boyfriend Henry is in love with Wonho. He loves him.
You should make him do it shirtless.
Right.
Right. To match the vibe.
Wonho is his inspiration, basically.
Our rent is due too, guys. I know it. He needs some gimmicks.
Anyway, Wonho's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to know, like, I feel like he himself goes into these meetings and it's just like, I don't care what y'all gonna say about what my music video is gonna look like. I already planned it out here, scene by scene. All right, Wonho, there's like, it's just, you know, you have naked. Yes, exactly. So this is perfect. And that's what we're gonna post.
Beautiful. Print it. Do it.
Yep.
He's
here
living
for it.
his best life, and I love this for him.
Yeah.
But the song itself is really, really good. I feel like you can definitely hear, like, he has such like a husky way of singing, like kind of like a whisper, and but at the same time not really. So I don't know, like, you gotta go and listen to it, y'all. Like, if you haven't heard this, like, dear God, it's freaking beautiful. It's super, and it's just super good. I really, really like this song for him.
I had to listen to it twice because was nobody paying attention to that song the first time we watched this music video.
Same.
Did nobody hear not a noun note? I was like, wait.
It was background
Oh, there's
music.
audio to this. Oh, okay, hold on.
Honestly, if you ask me right now, I just know that I was vibing and I really, really liked it. But if you ask me right now, what did the chorus sound like? I'll be like, bitch, you got me. I just remember that he was dancing in water. Like,
Carolina,
sounded like
did you really like it, or
titties
was he
and sweat.
hypnotizing you with his hips? Like, what was it?
who knows? Oh my God. Now
It was
I'm
like a
questioning
snake,
everything.
like, you know, like the snake in those like movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I know what you're talking
Okay.
about.
I don't know what that's called.
Honestly, also, just a parting opinion before we move on. When he showed up, I know y'all haven't seen the music video, but Terica knows. When he showed up with those gloves, like the glove attire,
The gloves with the hat, like the motor,
I thought this
like a
was,
Chippendale Scripper.
Yep.
I said, boy.
I thought that music video was gonna turn into a different type of movie quick. I was like,
Quick,
shit.
real
Like,
quick. I was like, sir.
I'm excited for Kat and Cynthia to watch this because now I still need that song, like, you know, Wonho featuring Monster X or Monster X featuring Wonho. I'ma need it.
Do it, even if it's for SoundCloud. Come on.
Let's go.
Woo, the next motherfucking comeback we gonna talk about
Oh
is
my
Sunmi, everybody.
Yes.
Oh my God, this shit is so good. Oh my God,
really
she's
is.
so fucking sexy. I cannot. Sorry.
She's so, everything she does is just like, wow.
Amazing.
She
Like, who
said
comes up with
the
this?
hoe is coming out. She said, I'm gonna give lap dances. I'm gonna be all up on my dancers, male and female, because I don't discriminate. I'm gonna shake my ass and you're gonna love it. And I said, you right, queen.
The choreo was so good.
Did we even mention what we're talking about? We're talking about Sunmi came out with Tail.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
We didn't
yeah,
even
that's the thing.
We were too hyped. We just jumped
Yeah.
right in it. Sunmi came out with Tail, and honestly, I still remember when the preview dropped with the cats, the pictures, and I was just like, this is gonna be great. She said rent is due too. She said
She said rent on all 10 of my houses are due. I need to pay off my credit cards. She's just collecting. She is
Yeah.
collecting the coin. She fucking gave that man a lap dance in the motherfucking video.
That dancer reminded me of Minho. Like, it was like his facial structure for some reason just was giving me Minho vibes. But anyway, I loved this. I loved absolutely everything. The choreography, insane.
Insane. The leg thing. Oh my God.
my
God.
Just the, Also, her pink outfit with her like different color pasta nails. I was living.
Yes.
She looks so good. Like, she
She
just looks
looks
so
so
damn
fine.
good through this. Like, so hot. Like, the way at the end when she ends the thing like and with the leg up, like the tail, like I literally was mesmerized. I was just like, bitch, you got me. Like I can't stop staring. And I know like in the whole thing for the song it's like waving my tail around for ya, like I'm intrigued and into you. I was the same way watching this music video.
Also in the video, the choreo, there is a scene where she is all up on her dancer and she does a booty roll and she touching on her female dancer, and me and Cynthia were like, we gotta see if she does this for the live stages because this shit is scandalous. And then she gets on the chair and like does a split onto his lap, and we were like, we gotta see if this is in the motherfucking live stage. So me and Cynthia looks, first of all, Studio Choom has a 4K version of this,
Please
like a
watch
dance
it.
relay thing. Ooh, beautiful.
I've rewatched that
unbelievable.
multiple times since then.
Breathtaking. I've watched it like 75 times. But we looked at the Mnet stage and then we watched her showcase stage and they didn't let her do the move. And I was so sad.
Mnet back at it.
Yep. Instead, she does like this thing where she does like a splits with the chair. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But
We're like, let her hoe it out, okay? God.
we all know that she was hoeing inside. But Mnet didn't let her be the hoe that she deserved. And it's fine. It's fine.
She also has a song. It's called "What the Flower" that came out with this, and it's really, really good. And I wanted to mention it because the beginning, I think it's the piano, reminds me of Davi. I was just like, oh my god, wait a minute. I was like, what song does this remind me of? And I'm pretty sure it's the piano. But anyway, Tail was great.
You're right. We were waiting for her comeback, and again, just by the pictures, I knew that it was going to be breathtaking, and then here we are.
But yeah, Sunmi, you know, she's Sunmi. She delivers. She's queen. She is all encompassing.
I love her style, her sound. It's so like retro and dancing,
weird,
and fun, and love it.
But moving on, for our next comeback, we have, well, this is technically a Japanese release, but we're going to talk about it anyways. So the Boyz release, Breaking Dawn, and this shit is fire. I just want to say, Juyeon, if you ever come across one of our podcasts, you are so fine. Bless your soul.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
you are
Straight
magical to look at. I look at you and I feel happiness. Like,
Facts.
a little bit stressed, but it's okay. I welcome that type of pain.
Facts.
That's it. Besides that, this shit slaps. This is
Wait,
good.
who was the boy in question?
Juyeon.
Okay, I don't know names yet, but this made me very excited to start my boys' journey. I think I'm ready now. I think I'm ready.
Yes, Terka.
I want
We'll
to
see what
cry.
happens.
I never thought I would hear those words come out.
Terika, we have to wait until next month so we can do it together.
I know. I'm not gonna do it on my own. But then again, you guys, you know, as a Libra, I am very fickle. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll be like, whatever. But as of right now, it's been going strong for like since I saw the music video. So what, like 2 days, 3 days? Friday.
Beautiful.
So that's, you know.
I love this.
We'll see.
Listen, all you gotta know is that if it tells you anything about Juyeon, is that he did that dance move at the end, like that body roll, like looking back.
yeah.
And let
that's
me
the
just say,
one.
that's
Yeah,
him.
we're talking about the football boy, the one with the football picture. Yeah.
And let me just tell you that the moment I saw that move, you know what it reminded me of? You know that scene in Make a Wish with Lucas? That's the first thing I thought about. And I say, same
Wow,
energy.
our head went two different places. My head went to Taeyang in RPM, SF9 Taeyang in RPM, when he does that thing where he comes up and he brushes his hair back and his just abs and titties are just out. Yeah,
No, yeah. I thought of like, yeah, because he was like doing the body roll thing, looking back, and then they like move forward to him, like to make, you know, closer, and I was just like, shit.
Too close.
Listen, I can't even talk. That shit got me shook.
I like this whole like futuristic pop some color thing that like these groups are doing, because I know later on we'll talk about on and off they did the same type of like I like this vibe. It's really cool. I like the song. I was just like,
The song is so good. The one thing I love is that the Boyz' Japanese releases are so fucking different from their Korean releases.
Yeah,
like it's like two different groups do it, and it's amazing. There is a few things that I have to point out. First of all, Q, aka Mr. Changmin, in his headband.
Oh my god, we love a headband.
Scrumdiddlyumptious. He looked great. Leader, like dance leader, king, like love him. He's not the leader, but he's the main dancer. Yes.
No, I know he said like the leader, but he makes my soul happy.
And then also new Mr. Changhee with the highlighter
The
green
highlighter
hair.
The highlighter
He's so
hair.
pretty. He's like a little doll. Like,
He's
why
an
is he so
elf.
pretty?
He's so beautiful. He's
beautiful.
incredible. And then I would just like to say Sunwoo. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, we knew it was coming. I like the
Yeah.
tinsel. I don't know if it's gonna.
Yes!
I'm calling it tinsel. And Kevin's
Oh my god,
hair.
I said the same thing, Terica. Same thing. I was like, correct!
Jacob at the end of the video.
Yeah.
That man
Yes.
fine. He was looking
Jacob
good.
Bay. Eric's verse was incredible. And also Hyunjae, what a beautiful fucking man. I look at him every time and I'm just like, how do you even like exist? And just the the triangle of the boys, aka Younghoon, Hyunjae, and Joohyun, just that beautiful triangle. You want to know why they call them the Bermuda Triangle of the boys? Because once you go there, you never go back.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's-
I'm excited to learn names. I don't know these people. I'm sorry, but I'm excited.
I also want to point out that little piggy looks so handsome. He is just
Yeah,
oh
and his
my
headband
God.
too. We love a headband. I know him. I do know him.
I freaking
Yeah.
love him. I love him. I love him so much. Like, I had forgotten how much I love this kid, even when he was in, like, producing stuff. Like, man. So, seeing them on, like, oh, man, he's just so talented. I freaking love that kid.
Period.
And I call him Little Piggy because, listen, every time I butcher his name.
Hakken.
Hakken?
Right? It is Hakyan, right?
Yeah.
It's because there's an extra N, and that throws me off. Like-
Yeah, I was like, now I'm questioning myself. Yeah, Hacknyan?
I feel that.
Yeah.
But yes, the song was so good. The visuals, of course, were amazing. Cracker is really stepping up their game when it comes to the boys. So
Yeah.
I don't know why it took so long. I don't know why it took
Girl,
for them
me
to go
either.
to Road to Kingdom for Cricket, their company to freaking understand the power that they have.
facts. Something that's not in despair. On and Off came back, everybody. On and Off. With a song called Beautiful, Beautiful. This whole album is beautiful, beautiful.
You
This music video is beautiful, beautiful. Wyatt looks beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so fun. And I like the little acapella part and then with their little
Yes.
marching jackets. I was like, I love this.
I loved this concept. Like,
Yeah.
I love how it was so funny. It was really fun, and it was like, oh, like they're like agents or hackers and things like that. Like, I freaking loved it all. I love their looks. Like, it's just so fun, and there's that acapella. Like, boy,
It was so good.
that
so
when I first
good.
heard that song, geez, oh man, it got to that part, and I lost it. That shit was so good.
And like the sound of the song fits the music video concept. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like you don't have to question it. Like you can see, like it just goes perfectly with it. And I was like, I dig this.
I did check out this album because Carolina was screaming about it. And I also
Yay.
enjoyed this album.
It's so good. I love it. And I know for Beautiful, Beautiful, they have Wyatt has a line that says, yeah, I'm shining more than ever. I be kicking ass. That's me. This me. Listen to me. To myself. We go bottoms up. And I was like, bitch, you right. I was like, you go.
You're right.
You do your shit.
Precious.
I freaking love this concept because it's kind of like saying, like, we are beautiful, beautiful, so fuck it. Like, we kicking ass and we doing our shit. And I was like, yeah, tell him. You tell him.
And also there was a scene, I think it was Hyojin was like riding on a spaceship, right? Or like
It was like
some type of
like skateboard
hover
type of thing.
pad. Yeah.
Yeah.
A hoverboard. Yo, I love that scene. It was so good. I was like, yes, my little king. I love it. I was like, oh.
And MK in the
so
little,
good.
like, he's like in the headquarters doing all that stuff. What's that kid
Yeah.
from Kim Possible?
Is it Wyatt?
No.
What? Is it Wyatt? No, it's
No,
not
I
Wyatt.
think it's Wade.
It's Wade, right?
Wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like something with a W.
Yeah, MK was channeling his inner Wade. Like,
He was
he
cute.
looked so cute in there. I did react to the music video, so that'll be up on our channel sometime this week. And then as well as I Couldn't Help Myself, and they have another music video for My Name Is, and I watched
Oh my
that.
god. My
Girl.
favorite thing ever. It's like the best freaking concept. Like I just like to introduce the members and like have cute little
Yep.
facts about themselves. And I was just like, this is amazing.
I
Loved it.
freaking loved it. Like, y'all can watch it once the reaction is out, but literally, I could not stop cheesing. I literally was just smile ear to ear
It's so
because that
cute.
shit was so cute.
I feel like it also connects with Beautiful Beauty, like the style, because like
Yes.
everything in there was like still futuristic. It's like they could have been in like one of the little buildings outside where Beautiful Beautiful was happening. Like they were in one of the little background buildings, like introducing themselves, like opposite people, like different dimension, but whatever. But like it's still connected. Like it was so cute.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And also Yuto in the dance break on the rooftop when he was in the center, I was like, yes, we love a Japanese dance king. Add another one to my roster.
That's another thing that I really liked. This whole concept, like towards the end, when they were just like, oh, they finally hacked into the system. And then they had like their robots dancing to the choreography.
Yeah, it was so cute.
I was just like, this is something they would definitely do.
I just love it. I love it so much.
I know, they're just so good. Stand on and off, everybody. Become a fuse. Like, this shit is just, they're so quirky and like stupid. It's great. They're amazing. I love them.
Someone else she loves, GOT7, released Encore.
So cute.
She starts
So
crying.
precious.
Right? I just hear that and start crying. No,
Cries in Spanish.
GOT7 came out, a month after they left JYP, and we were all just like in limbo, like, what's gonna happen? Literally a month later.
Okay, first of all, Carolina was in limbo. The rest of us knew exactly what the hell was gonna happen.
Yep.
And we called it, but because we are not a big enough agasse for her, she did not believe us.
She did it. She said, your opinion does not count. Please shut up.
Exactly.
She said, you guys don't matter, but this Twitter with the handle JB's mullet, they're the ones that understand me.
Mark Twain's laptop.
This Twitter handle, Jin Young Peaches, they know me. They know me. They understand me. You, my best friends of 13 years, you don't know nothing. You
Mark
know
Twain's
nothing.
nipple. Mark Twain's
Mark
nipple.
Twain's
said-
nipple knows. She knows.
Exactly.
She
Bam Bam's
understands
little
me.
skirt.
There was never a doubt in our mind that GOT7 was just gonna release and do their own thing together, because again, 7 for 7, and we told her multiple times, we're like, Carolina, I understand you're sad and it's okay to cry and it's okay to be sad, but it's fine because they're gonna be together and they're gonna release something, they're gonna find a way, don't worry. And she's like,
I was still crying. Listen,
Yeah.
GOT7 just got me just all types of fucked up all the time, and that's it. And I mean, you can watch it. Like, my reaction to this is up on YouTube, and I'm literally just in tears the whole time.
crying
Like,
the whole
literally, the video started, I was just like, okay, yeah, let me go react to this. 1 second in, my face already, like, tears. Like, there was just no going back.
I really
But-
like that effect though before she starts crying, but I just want to say that I really liked the fact that it was like black and white, but then when they were together it was colored. I really love that.
I know.
Symbolic.
It was so cute. I really like this. Like, I really like this sound. And I mean, like Jay from D6 said, he was just like, wow, why isn't JYP promoting this? Like, what's going on?
He said, and I quote, he said, wow, did A&R let them do what they wanted to do? This actually sounds good. And then he sat there for a second. He goes, oh, they left JYP. And then he started to hysterically laugh. And then he goes, no wonder it's so good. And I said,
Exactly.
the shade.
The shade indeed, dude. But it's true, like, now they get to do like exactly what they want without anybody being in their face like, no, this sounds bad after hearing 3 seconds. JYP. So but they came back with, they released Encore, and they, besides getting me to cry like a little bitch in the club, I really love this type of like homemade style MV. Mark also posted like a behind the scenes video on his YouTube channel, so that was really cool to see. They literally did this in like a day. But yeah, I really love it. They're just saying that we'll sing for you forever, and my bitch ass was just crying. Like, that's
It was cute. And then they thought that they were doing something nice by inserting like concert videos, but really they just, rub salt in the wounds.
Yep.
Like, they're like, oh, let me like show you the good times and the memories, and like here's some concert videos, and everyone's like, no, this just made everything worse.
Yeah.
Thanks for trying. It was super cute though.
They chose violence too when they decided to, in the middle of the music video, start talking.
Do a PSA,
Bro.
commercial break.
If y'all watch my reaction, literally, I was just like, I was like, oh, okay, this is it. And then they were just like, and yes, I was just like, no! It's so bad. It's so bad. I was like, how dare y'all? I literally was just like, how dare y'all in the middle of your music video that's sad as fuck already because we're all emo for each other. And y'all decide to give us a PSA. It's like, no, don't do that. Like,
amazing.
Mm-hmm. They got me fucked up. But yeah. It's really, soft and just for the fans type of thing, but it's a song that I've heard maybe 3 times because, emo.
Oh, it's your spring day. Oh, yeah. I get
it. The realization.
Yep. That's our spring day encore.
May it burn.
Put some respect on Miss Spring Day. God.
Oh my God.
Leave Spring Day alone. She is that bitch. Leave her alone.
She needs to go away. I'm tired of her.
I can't wait for her to chart on Melon again just to rub it in your face.
No. I mean, she's probably gonna chart soon because it's
spring.
As
soon as spring starts,
yeah,
she gonna come back.
God.
Terica's gonna see it on her timeline for BTS updates. BTS Spring Day charts on Melon again for the 30th time in 2 years.
I'm blocking Spring Day. Anything that has anything to do with that, nope, I do not. It's like the
Bermudan words on Twitter. Spring Day.
Spring Day is just the one that shows up to the party, and you're like, oh, she's here. Like, she just kind of kills the mood because she's like, you're hanging out with your friends, and then like, she comes in and she's like broke up with her boyfriend, so now she's all sad and shit, and she's like, oh my God, like I'm here to have a good time at party, and then as soon as she has like 3 drinks, and she's like, I can't believe Chad left me, like I was such a good girlfriend, and you're like, God damn it, every single time. Every single time.
And you're just like, Spring Day. It's been 6 years. Let it go.
It's been 6 years. Let it go. Chad is with Stacy now. Let it go.
Spring Day is iconic. Don't let her say bad things to you, Spring Day. You are that bitch. Forever.
You are that bitch. Don't listen to Terica.
That song is so good.
Anyway, Encore was great.
Yeah.
It's a really, really good song, honestly.
No, yeah, it is really good. GOT7, they're magic together.
Exactly.
I know, they truly are. I can't wait. And I know J.Bum did an interview just now, and he was just like, no, like, we're trying. Like, I'm being a leader, and I am trying my hardest so we can work, I guess, to release something this year. Because, like, for me, like, they were saying, like, oh, Carolina, they're going to be together. And I was like, okay, yeah, I know. But at the same time, I don't know when that will be. So for me, at least, like, I thought, because JYP is JYP, I was just like, damn, are they going to try to sabotage? But, when they got out, they were like, no, we have the rights for everything. We're like, oh, okay, woo. But we did not expect for them to drop anything this year. We thought they were going to just do, solo stuff and then maybe next year do something grouped together. So
it's crazy the amount of stuff that they've been doing since they left the company. In the span of a month, they've done more than like the last 2 years that they had with JYP.
So much content.
It's like solo stuff, things together. That just goes to show you like how locked up JYP had them together. And I don't know, like we don't know if maybe like if GOT7 did that on purpose, where they maybe they made a deal. They're like, listen, we're not gonna do much if at the end of our contract we get to keep the rights of the name and like the songs and stuff. Like we don't know what kind of deal they were finessing, but like, hey, I support it. You're out now. You're free.
Yep. Shots fired. Let's go. But yeah, love GOT7. Yay.
The time has come. Kings. Everything. SHINee is back, everybody. Yes. Woo! Oh God, the glory, the day has come.
Yes.
I got tears in my eyes already.
So we will be talking about SHINee, but we do have a special guest with us to talk about that. We have Miss Ashley from how do you say your company? Multifacetedacg. ACG.
Yeah, wow, Candy.
Hey y'all, it's Ashley here, better known as Multifaceted ACG. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for allowing me to fangirl with y'all.
Yes,
I think this is my first time actually stopping by you all's show as a guest, not just as a listener.
Yes, we love that. Yay. Thank you for joining us. Sorry about butchering your name, because literally every time I look at it, I want to say just multi-face. Yeah.
Every time. I damaged myself with that, but I mean, it is what it is. People either know me as the podcast girl or the girl with the koala or whatever, so it works.
I know you as Ashley the koala, if that helps.
Yeah.
But Ashley, again, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Like, we're so happy to have you here. Like, we've literally been talking about having you on an episode, and we just didn't know which episode. And then we were just like, wait, SHINee's coming back.
Yeah, we're like, we have to get Ashley for SHINee. Come on.
Yes. I appreciate that. Y'all letting me talk about Shinetta. I like that.
But Ashley, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your podcast? I know you have an album a day, and you have a couple others, right? So why don't you tell us about that and where to find you?
Sure thing. Well, with this hectic name of mine, you can find multifacetedacg on any social media platform. I am a podcast host of a long-winded show that we just call A3 Day. It's basically called an album a day, where I'm going through 30 years of K-pop idol music. I will eventually transition into the indie scene and trot as well, but that's my evergreen content. And just recently this year, after a year of developing it, we have a 3-day sister show where I have people come on, such as you ladies as well. Ooh. I have people come on and just take over the show. It's an opportunity to mix audiences, talk about things that might not be what you usually talk about on your own show. So it's a lot of fun. I also produce music under the moniker Miss Blink. That really is my nickname. Blink really is my nickname.
Which is really good music, by the way.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I produce music, and that's a fun hobby of mine that allows me to at least channel some of this creative energy into other things. But my daytime job, y'all, I'm just a teacher. Like, I know I've been on YouTube for almost 10 years and all of this, but I'm really just an English teacher who just does a lot of extra stuff on the side.
Well, again, thank you so much for coming on. And let's just jump right into SHINee. They came back with Don't Call Me after a hiatus of like 3 years because, you know, military things. And they came here and they just attacked all of you guys. Because that music video started and Minho came out, abs out. Jeez. And I was like, oh, I'm not ready for this.
He came out of the military and was like, I am going to disrespect absolutely everybody and their mom the minute I get on this camera. Like, he had it in his mindset. He knew that he was going to start an Instagram and he knew he was going to show his titties. And that's exactly what he did.
He truly chose violence right out the gate. He was like, I'm leaving the military with all my guns, and my guns are coming out with me into the real world. I am choosing violence, and I'm coming for everybody here. He put on that nasty gray or nasty red mullet, and he said, you're not even gonna realize it's there because I ain't got no shirt on.
Okay, look, the mullet was gross, but the red hair
it
on
does
its
something
own,
to him.
I like it.
That red hair does something to him.
Yeah,
he is cutting a fool.
I think the red hair is so scrumptious on Minho because his melanin just like pop, and his skin tone just looks so good with it. And I was just like, yes,
it's true.
Delicious.
It's true.
Scrumptious. Damn. I forgot all about the magic of that word. It's perfect for him.
Like, he is just so fine. Like, they are all looking just so good this comeback.
This
like,
comeback is crazy.
It's insane.
Like,
even with the crazy fashion and things like that. I mean, that's SHINee staple though, to be weird, and it just fits them. Like, I saw that and I was just like, damn, man, like, this is SHINee. Even though, you know, like, it sounds nothing like anything that they've released before. Like,
I was not expecting this sound.
That's the vibe. It doesn't sound like anything they've done before, but it sounds exactly like SHINee.
Exactly.
And then the fact that, you know,
right.
I'm 30-year-old Kim Ki-bum came out and put the majority of this album on his back. I mean, I have never heard him make his presence this known. I love it. I absolutely love it.
As a key stand, I was screaming.
Yes.
I was so happy. I was like, yes, the boy that he was dancing. He felt this entire comeback.
It's not just Minho with his abs. I am out here.
I am out here. I am present. Embrace me. I am a part of this. I start the song off. I'm ending the album. Touch your face.
Yeah. Yes. with my bird crown.
With my bird crown.
But I loved it.
Yeah. I felt all the disrespect in the lyrics too, and I was like, I'm here for it. I love it. The shade is so present in the lyrics, and I'm like, I live for it.
Like, they really
Who
said,
hurt y'all? Who hurt y'all?
honestly, they just said, don't call me, don't even bother, don't look at my picture, leave me alone. Like, this shit is over.
That's what I be wanting to tell my job.
Yep, they're just like, I don't even want to see you down the street. Don't you dare come me 5 feet from me. Like, I was like, dang.
Your
Social
whole life.
distancing.
Like, I don't want to hear from you
Social
at all, as long as you are breathing.
Not at all. And I thought they had a hand in writing it because it sounds so personal for some of them.
Yes! Like, what happened? What's the tea?
I don't even know, but shout out to Kenzie because she been holding it down forever at SM
We love
Entertainment.
Kenzie.
She writes
Love
bops
Kenzie.
upon bops upon bops, side dishes of bops, Banchan bops. That's what she does.
I like that.
I swore it was a little bit more personal because Key is like letting you know I'm done with all of this, bitch. I don't want none of this. But no, she did it. She wrote it.
I'm just like, who hurt y'all? Like, what did happen in the military? Did y'all get someone before you went in? And then while you were in there, like, this shit goes south? Like, tell me the tea. I'm a chismosa. I need to know everything. Like, who hurt you? Who hurt y'all? Tell me. I'll find her. But also imagine being the person that breaks up with SHINee. Like, having to see them everywhere. And then you get this song, and it's like, don't call me. And you're just like, oh, my God. Like, Jesus.
Like, it makes you wonder. That girl probably went back and, like, looked up on the internet, like, who wrote this song? Oh, it wasn't them, but dang.
It wasn't them. Rodney Chick Bell got her hand down this title track as well. Like, I just, they pulled out the big guns for this one.
Yeah.
They said, y'all have waited 3 years. Our last album, you had all 5 of us, although 4 were physically present. Let me let you know what's up with this 4 that's still here.
Yep. That's the one thing, too, in the music video I really liked, like, I think it was one of the ending scenes that they have, like, that dance circle. And they're, like, dancing all together, bro. Like, I was living. I remember just screaming watching that part because I was just like, you can see the synchronization and just, like, them, like, in that little circle. They're just like, ooh, like, we brothers for life type of shit. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, my feels.
The bridge with Onu and Taemin, I was just like, oh.
Baby, yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody brought it up. I'm like, come on, vocal baby. Michael Tabor Jackson just stepped up, did what he needed to do with Papa Onu. Like, what must be done, damn it. Like, this is what I wanted.
I was stressed. I was like, my man Lee Jin Ki, he came out from the military. He said, new year, new me. He said 2021.
Yes.
I'm going to show y'all. And he did. He had them boxers on his head, whatever he had. Whatever.
It looked like that. He still looked
No, they're
good
truly
with the
insane for
boxers.
this. What I really like too, like, okay, like, I don't know if I'm being biased, but okay, Minho's not biased, but
we got that.
They had him, like, he was experimenting more with his vocals in this song, and I truly appreciate that. And they had, like, a back and forth, and it was Key and Minho, and I was living for it. I was just like, y'all say that y'all hate each other all the time, but that's a lie. I know that that's a lie. Like, look at you. Like, even musically, y'all mesh so well. Like,
Don't get it twisted. You know what my Twitter handle used to say, for $5, Key'll beat Minho's ass. He was thinking it the whole time. He was thinking it the whole time. That don't call me was for him. Now that you out and I'm out, don't call me. You better text first, please, so I can prepare myself.
like, leave me alone. Thank you. And then right after, they'll be like, so, bro, what you doing in 5 minutes? Because I miss you. I love it. But this just proves again, like, SHINee's, like, just such innovators. Like, the sound, the look, like, this whole vibe, this whole aesthetic.
This choreo. Like,
This choreo.
the hard-hitting nature of this choreo, like, from the kick to the, just everything. Everything about this choreo, I was just 8. They ate it.
I'm waiting for the TikTok dance challenge. Let's go.
I don't even want it to happen. I want everybody to just sit back in awe at the fact that Taemin said this shit was hard. That's what I need people to embrace. Like, Taemin don't struggle. Have you seen Idea? Don't you sweat when it gets to the ending? It's just like, I can't do nothing. There's lightning going on in the background, and Taemin is slow motion body rolling. If this man says that choreography is tough, if it's actually difficult, don't touch it, TikTok. Just leave it. Just let the perfection of it just be what it is.
All they're gonna do is the leg move when they're just like moving.
Yep, that's
it. Yep.
Girl, I'm gonna have my asthma inhaler on the side as they do that, because I'm not. I know my limitations, okay?
I feel you on that, because even seeing them, again, you know how there's like a whole stigma in K-pop, like, oh, once the idols are like older, like it's over type of thing.
They think we decompose after we turn 25, like. Not just idols, people. They just think that we're just like in wheelchairs.
Yep.
Yeah. Because didn't they call them like old?
Yeah.
They were like, oh, this is like the oldest like K-pop group to like come out for number one. I'm like, but they're not old. Like they've been in the game, but like they made it sound like they were like geriatric. They were like, oh, how do you feel to be the oldest? And I was like, okay.
The fun thing is that, like, I think Minho, I forgot what show he was in, and he was the longest idol, like working idol that has been on the show and that panel, but he was still the youngest guy in the panel, and I thought about it, and like, that is insane.
Like Taemin, like the kid he's like a middle schooler. Like, can you imagine being like
the Supreme? Yeah,
literally.
It's no lies though. That's the part that I'm laughing in fear because it's not a lie. You come into the game 14 years old. The only other person who did it as young as you is Queen Boa, and you come in, and we've literally watched you evolve into one of the most dangerous ass. I have seen this man perform in rain and not get wet. I'm still scared to this day. And I don't understand what magic that is. God is my witness. I kid you not. I have seen Taemin perform in an open venue in Korea while it was raining, and he wasn't wet. He wasn't wet. The dancers was wet.
A witch.
I'm like, this man is everything. He is the Supreme. You are not lying.
He really is.
It's true. Like, we say this all the time, but if like now it's just confirmed with this story. Like,
right?
He is the Supreme. He is the Supreme.
Our thoughts are validated. We're just like, that's how we refer to him all the time. If you hear the Supreme, we're talking about Taemin.
We're talking about Taemin.
Yeah.
I back it 100%. I am not lying about what I saw, and there were other witnesses, so I know it wasn't me being in awe. Like, it went from us being emotional. It was the first solo performance he had in Korea after Jonghyun passed, and there were already a high level of emotions off of that, first and foremost, logically. Secondly, he comes out and he's getting ready to do Move, so now we're horrified yet electrified at the same time, and everyone's going, oh, it's exciting, till it got to a point where it's like, is it? Are you wet? You rained on, right? Do you see him? He's dry. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
The only explanation is that he's the Supreme. He was just
Supreme.
like,
He's the
he
Supreme.
said, I ain't not getting wet today.
NCT Dream slipped on the stage, so we know it was wet. Like, I can't. I need something. Help me, God. Somebody. It was wet. It was wet, and he dryly sauntered out there, did his own version of a Beyonce while everybody was hollering, while he just stood there and looked expensive and amazing, and his hair was illustrious. I don't know what BB cream he uses. It's just a lot to process.
How did you make it out alive? I just feel like, were you forever changed? Do you just feel like a different presence?
The amount
of
crying that I did, I would have to say yes, I've changed substantially.
The Ashley before that is not the Ashley that is here now.
Oh no. Because I was awestruck. I had seen them before, but I had never seen anything like that. That man scared the hell out of me that day. He truly did, because that was the moment from Move on out. He's been untouchable.
That's true.
So
yeah. Yeah,
you know, it's
definitely.
just, it is what it is. He did his part on this album. I still give it to Key, but yeah, Taemin ain't nothing to play with, y'all.
No, Taemin is like, he is a force. And even the people that like, there was like a tweet that went viral because somebody was just like, I would just be afraid to even be friends with Taemin. Like,
Yeah.
like, I would just be afraid. And I'm like, you're right. I would too.
It's wild. I said it when I saw SHINee live when Taemin did his solo stage. I was just completely in like awestruck. I was like, I didn't know what was happening. I'm pretty sure I blacked out for half of it. Like, I was just gone. I was like, there's no way that a human being can be this. Like, there's just not a possibility. He is a demigod. Something happened. His DNA, there's some spice of witch and god and just like devil all mixed into this one human being. And he's just there in all of his just glory. And I was just like, God damn. And then I saw him with Super M and it was the same thing. I was like, there's no fucking way you're real. Like, there's no way.
Yeah. That was my first time seeing Taemin and Super M. I don't even, all you just hear is screams in my video. Because I was like, I have to record this, obviously. So I had my friend do it. You can't even hear the song. You just hear me screaming in the background. It's like...
You go into shock. You literally go into shock, and that's all you can do.
The way he even walks around, he walks with like a presence, like an aura. Like, you just see him walk from one side to the other. He's not doing anything but walking, but he just, like, the aura that he radiates, I'm just like, damn.
That's powerful.
Whenever anyone talks about Taemin walking, I think about the performance he did with Sunmi at the Mamas when they did the Gashina like move mashup and him just like walking and breathing, and I was like, how? What? Why is this a thing?
I just got goosebumps from you said it. Oh, he did. Oh, and I get so upset when I used to make music video reactions. I think I was at the tail end of when he was starting to do solo work. But my fangirl version videos that are about him are the most verbally aggressive because I'm offended. Like, all you're doing is breathing. You are literally sauntering. You don't walk. I ain't never seen this man shuffle. Like, what is this about? Oh my God. Yep, I had for real goosebumps as soon as you mentioned that performance. Like, ooh, jeez.
That's how he gets you. Like, he just... Wow. But we mentioned obviously the album earlier, but Ashley, what's your favorite song off the album?
Oh man. I have a bit of a conflict. I'm having this moment where I keep replaying the Kiss
Yeah.
Kiss
and Body Rhythm, where I'm like, y'all couldn't have put them two other songs together in any other space in this album for it to make sense. The entire album sounds good, but I've been replaying those over and over again. And I have to be honest, I have not listened to SHINee's album since my bias passed away. Intentionally, because I'm trying to save all of it for when I get to their discography. By then, I know I'll emotionally be okay. But this was refreshing. I was excited to hear it. And Kiss Kiss is sassy. Body Rhythm, I don't know who told them to do that, but do more of it.
I agree.
Body Rhythm is so good, and I love that they outsourced to Woody Goldchild, who is like a really dope K-hip-hop artist, to like work on this song. And I was super surprised when Woody posted about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I wrote the song," and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like,
Yeah.
"How did that even happen?" First of all, but also kudos, because this is a dope ass pop song with the like Caribbean feel, and it was just so good. And I was just like, damn, like y'all really did that. Like, Body Rhythm and Kiss Kiss are two of my favorite songs on the album, so I 100% agree with those statements. Yes, but this is just like a like you said earlier, it's not SHINee at all, but it's so completely SHINee, and that's terrifying. That's so scary, because it means they can literally do anything, and like no one will ever be able to do it as good as them. And that's
It's true. Like, going off of that, like, that's my I have like a triangle, the trifecta, which is I Really Want You, Kiss Kiss, Body Rhythm. Those three.
Yep.
Whoever decided when putting the album together, and they were just like, put those three back to back to back and see what happens. So I was like, yeah, what happened is that I was on the floor like screaming, like, what?
Same, Carolina, just boom, boom, boom. I was at work when I heard it, and I was like, hold the hell up, what is happening? And like my coworkers are coming in looking at me, and I'm just like, I don't know, like body whining and crying at the same time. They're like, what's happening? I'm like, it's just SHINee, it's cool. They're like, okay, we'll just leave you back here. It's fine.
Let her do her thing.
But it's that's the main thing. Like, it's terrifying to see. And you know, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, Ashley, before you got on the call, but we were saying how SHINee is like the it K-pop group for Korea. Like, and that's it. Like, it doesn't matter that other groups are like making hecka money like out and selling, you know, stadiums and albums and all this stuff, right? No, for South Korea, like for Korea, they were just like SHINee.
And not only that, but when they ask idols, like, oh, what was the reason you wanted to be an idol? SHINee.
Yep.
SHINee.
SHINee, always.
SHINee, always. SHINee or Taemin is always like one of the answers that these kids have. So it's like that power alone to like be the group that put on so many kids to want to be like what you are. That's insane. That's power in itself, really. That's like Beyonce. Like every female R&B artist that you talk to right now, who do you love? Beyonce.
I mean, they're the princes of K-pop. It's hard to avoid that. That's what the nation acknowledges you as, and they hold the crown with no issue whatsoever. So it's a hard space to beat. It really is.
But yeah, this body of work is just incredible. Like, I love it so much. The flow of it, like the different songs, like the amount of people that are just like, you know, I had my wedding song be this, but I'm gonna change it to Marry You.
Marry You is a song straight out of like a late 90s, early 2000s, like black rom-com movie. It's like The Best Man. It's like The Brothers. It's if y'all have to check. Kaylee, I know you've never seen these movies before, but girl, if you watch the movies, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Like literally, it belongs on the soundtrack to these. Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
I just know that song is incredible. I love it.
Same.
Like,
I love this song.
I want to say my favorite song on the album is I Really Want You, but at the same time, I'm just like, okay, but is it, or is it just a whole thing?
The whole right, I did that too because someone asked like, what's your favorite song last night on the live, and I was like, oh, I Really Want You. But then I go back and I listen to it as I was like taking a shower last night, and I was just like, God, is it, or is it Kiss Kiss, or like, oh, is it Body Rhythm, oh, is it Attention? Like the whole album is just phenomenal.
This entire album single-handedly was the only theme that kept me going this past week. Like it was just like, you can do it, girl. Just push through it. And I'm just like, you right, as I'm like jamming to like these songs.
Yeah, and seeing Super M react to the music video too, that was
cute.
That was really fun. Like, and seeing 10 be with Taemin too, like 10 just looks up to him so much.
That's
so
his
it's like
father.
so cute.
That's his father. He's supposed to look up to him. Who else do you look up to every time Super M put them in photos together? I'm look at daddy and son. It's the cutest thing.
Yes, so cute.
They're so
It's
cute.
truly true because they exude the same energy. Like seeing 10 live and seeing Taemin live, it's like a whole religious
Consistent.
experience.
It's consistent. And Taemin gave him the cosign, like, no, that kid's got it. I'm like, you damn straight, it's your son. Like,
It's cute to see Taemin in different spaces where, like, in Super M, he's, like, the older brother, but then, like, he gets to be the baby again now that the Chinese back.
Oh.
It's so cute.
I like on the album artwork that they use the 7. The way that they use the 7.
Oh my God, yeah.
The placement on that is just so chef's kiss.
Well, Ashley, thank you so much for coming on this episode and talking about and gushing about SHINee and our love for them. Like,
thank you for having me and allowing me to have flashbacks of Taemin being great. Like,
Yeah, thank you for sharing your spiritual testimony.
with the
We're putting it. We're logging all the evidence to know come out that Taemin is actually a witch and he is in fact the supreme. So thank you for adding to our investigation. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And I will definitely reciprocate by having you ladies take over an episode of an Album a Day sister show. Have at it. Do what you want. I will try to get you all squared away for season 2 because season 1 is already booked.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. Thank you. But Ashley, again, where can everybody go find your podcast and everything that you do?
Certainly. You can find an album a day on your favorite streaming podcast platforms or on a3daypodcast.com. You can also find its sister, A3 Day Sister Show, at a3daysistershow.com. I am on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Clubhouse, as well as K-Pop Amino for the throwback. You can find me at multifacetedacg.
Perfect. And we will have all of her links down below in the description of any streaming platform that you are listening on. So you can just click on that, give her a follow, give her a listen. Her show is really great. And
It's amazing. It's so good.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
man.
an amazing
No
person.
pressure.
So please go check out her work. We love it.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Woo, yay. Thanks again to Ashley for being a part of our SHINee Talk. We're really excited to hopefully jump on her podcast one of these days. It'll be really fun. And now we're gonna end our podcast like I always do. We always do with our songs of the week. My song of the week. Like I said in my introduction at the beginning of the podcast, I've been in my Produce 101 feels. So the first song that I've been listening to a lot is Knock from Produce 101 season 2.
Incredible.
Also Hands on Me. Beautiful.
Iconic.
And I Promise You from 101, as well as the J.DON song Moon and Cheese, and also Lucy Snooze.
Hey.
Thank you.
I have been listening to SHINee's album, so listen to that whole thing. Thank you. I've also been listening to Euphoria by Grammy-nominated artist BTS. Well, Jungkook specifically of Grammy-nominated artists. But anyway, I've been listening to that, and I just, I'm, in my feels, remembering him flying around the venue and being like, damn.
Yeah.
He must be cold. But my one song of the week is Rewind. They just finished the promotions of that, so go check out that stage. The stage was really, really cool. Still streaming out here, Devil. Thank you. Please keep charting it, as it has been still in the charts.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
love that for
awesome.
them.
I know, I love that for them. The best, the only RBW artist besides One Way.
All right. My songs of the week, honestly, like, I'm not even trying to be funny or plug the album. I literally have only been listening to the SHINee album. Like, every now and then,
Right.
I'll, throw on a shuffle, which, funny enough, because Cynthia, Euphoria by Grammy-nominated artist BTS also came on my shuffle. That's why I laughed when you said it. I was like, oh, how funny. But literally just, the SHINee album with, sprinkles of other things. One of the sprinkles, also another coincidence, was Never. That was I remember when they performed it at KCON. I didn't think
I lost
would.
my mind.
They did. I lost my mind. I was screaming in my section, and everybody was looking at me like, what? And I was like, wow, obviously y'all are fake, because they were going off for the other song, but they did not go off for Never. I was like, yeah, yikes, you're new here. Anyway, so SHINee album, Never, and then my NCT song of the week is actually NCT Dream, Trigger the Fever, the live version. Thank you.
For my songs of the week, I've also just been listening to the SHINee album. That shit is just so freaking good. From front to back, back to front. That shit is amazing. So please go listen to it. But I've also been listening to Bloom Bloom by the Boyz, because that song just makes me so happy. Made me so happy.
Pow.
And I've been listening to IU as well. So
Ooh,
8
yes.
and BB. Love that. Love her. So yeah, those are my songs.
Oh, I have an announcement. Okay. I really
Yes.
am. I know, it's really not that important. But I have been actually really excited to dive into the Boyz, and in case anyone cares or doesn't know, we will all be together soon in 3 weeks or some shit? I don't know, 4
Yes.
weeks. I don't know, at the end of March.
And we are doing it safely.
Safely, yes, very safely, don't worry. But I just felt like it was only fitting that since I have to wait for my journey, because Kat's really excited, and I know Carolina's really excited, I have to know their discography first. So I'm changing things up, and every week I will have the Boyz song of the week.
Oh, love that.
Yes. So I'm gonna be committed, and I want to actually start from their first album and go all the way through
Yes,
their discography,
beautiful.
because I feel like I can't be fake and just be like, yeah, I want to get into the Boyz and know 4 songs. So yeah, that's my announcement.
Yes.
And before we head out again, we just want to say thank you to Ashley for joining us, I just mentioned, and just check her out. Her stuff is really good. Her podcast is really good. And also make sure that you guys download Good Pods. Like, make an account. We keep talking about it, but it's just such a cool app that you can just find new podcasts or see what your friends are listening to, like creep on them and shit. And I mean, y'all know that we are chismosas, so that is like, I'm just like, ooh, what are they listening to today? So yeah, just check it out. Good Pods. You can just download the app and check us out on there, because you can definitely listen to our podcast on there too.
Yes. Whether you are ready to start your journey into the boys, are emotional over GOT7, losing your mind over Wonho, Henry, or just, enjoying your life, make sure you always
Fangirl
on.